Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Oskar Blues. They're out of Longmont, Colorado, and they do have a brewery in North Carolina. I have been to that brewery, sampled their beers there a couple years ago, and very nice operation there, and they make some awesome beer, guys. They really, really do. And this is a monster can. Look how big this damn can is. This is a 19.2 ounce can. Big can. This will put you in the hammer lane quick, especially being the barrel aged version. I think I've done the regular version of this many years ago, and not seen this particular version, the barrel aged version, anywhere around here. Rico sent me this, and also from the time he sent it to me, I talked to Donovan and the guys out there at Serval Liquors in California, San Diego, and got one from them, and because I never know what Rico's going to send me, and I ended up getting two of these. I got one from Rico and one from Donovan and the guys out there in San Diego. So I'm not going to review it twice, guys. And this is a barrel-aged version of Imperial Stout, so I've got one to put away. So I'm shouting out Rico and Donovan and the guys out there at Serval Liquors, craftcity.com on the internet. Check them out if you're not in the San Diego areas, and get by Serval Liquors there in San Diego. If you're not in California and your state allows them to send beers to you or ship beers to you, you can get on the internet at craftcity.com and check them out and order some stuff. That's what I do, and have them sent out to you, because they get a lot of beers that's available out there in California that are not available here. So I don't know if they actually do the 1050 here in North Carolina. I'm in Virginia, or whether all of it's done out there in Colorado. So I'm not sure. So never seen this particular version of the beer available here. So not saying that it's not. It may come in and all disappear the same day. If you're not there, you're just SOL. So don't get out there as often as I would like to, and as often as I probably need to, but with all the wonderful beers that Rico and I'm getting from Donovan and Greg and Michael and Brandon and everybody that sends me beers. So thanks again to everybody that does. But we're going to do this one, Monster Can, definitely enough to share, which I intend to do. Barrel aged version of this. I got one I'm going to review, and I got one I've got stashed in the closet that I may do next year. I don't know. Whenever I decide to do it, may re-review it, and then again I might just sip on it and enjoy it with a nice stogie outside on the deck. Not sure what's going to happen there. But I want to thank both Donovan and Rico for sending me one of each of these beers. So I've got an extra one, so I will be enjoying that somewhere down the road. And here today is December the 1st, so I did want to shout out both of you guys, and to be honest with you, they both sent me the breweries and 9 Ladies of Dancing, and I've already reviewed the one that Rico sent me, and then Donovan sent me another one on that. And since I've already done the review and I couldn't shout him out for sending that one to me, when I do the review on the 9 Ladies Dances, I am going to put Serval Liquors and craftcity.com in the comments there, in case you want to order one and you can get one in your area. So he sends me a note here saying, 12.9% Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels, 98 IBUs. Rico said he purchased it last week for $9.50. This is not a cheap beer. This is $10 a can, buddy. But it's a 19.2%er. It's almost a bomber size. He says it's canned on 10/26/16. The 2015 release was brewery only, but this year they upped the production, and this is made in limited distribution in allocated areas. Probably the one good reason why I haven't seen it around here. A lot of the stores limited to 1 can per customer. That's what happens when they do these special edition, special release beers, like Hop Slam and a lot of the other ones do. I mean, it's very limited, and they don't want one person coming in and buying the 2 cases that they were allocated. So they're trying to let everybody get a taste of this, which I understand that. But if you're wanting to get 2 or 3 cans, you're SOL, unless you're good friends with the guy that runs the store. So this is a 19.2 ounce can, a little bigger than the usual 16 ounce can. So I really enjoyed the regular version of this at $10.50. It's a pricey beer. Then they're sold in 4-packs around here, so you're going to pay a little bit more for a 4-pack of something that's 10% or bigger. Then once you get to this barrel aged version, and they upped it to the 19.2%, 19.2 fluid ounces, it's going to be a little pricier even on top of that because they put it in such a large package. So, well, let's get on with this. Commercial description says it's bourbon barrel. Well, no shit. It's what it's got written on the damn can. I'm taking rocket scientists to figure that out. And that's it. That's all we need to talk about. I don't have the IBUs listed on Right Beer or Beer Advocate. Let's look over. And Untapped has it at 98 IBUs. A lot of IBUs. A lot of malt to brew a beer of this stout. 12.9%er. So big beer. It's big boys beer. If you're not used to drinking stouts or imperial stouts or bourbon barrel aged stouts, this will kick your little boy's ass. So I would recommend you drink this at home. You don't want to try to drink this in a pub or a bar or anything like that and try to drive your silly drunk ass home. If you've got a designated driver, somebody that's going to take you there, good deal. But you're probably going to regret drinking this out in a bar because you're going to be shit-faced when you leave. So drink it at home if you can. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to hurt nobody else. So enough about that. Nothing else we need to talk about. So let me pop the top, and it does still have the $9.50 sticker on it that Rico paid for this particular version. I've got Donovan's in the closet in there, and like I said, I am going to sell her that. So Rico and Donovan both, I appreciate you sending me these beers. I never know what Rico's going to send me, and we happen to get 2 of the same beers within a couple of weeks of each other. So let's get it into the can, and while I do that, I will tell you this is a Russian Imperial Stout, bourbon barrel aged. The food pairing says General Chocolate Dessert Digestive. Glassware to pint, back in 9-tumbler mug, snifter. I've got my favorite snifter. Let's go down the center. Maybe we can generate a little bit of the head. And this beer can be solid for a long time, guys. There's no reason why I would tell you or think that there's a reason why you could not. There's no coffee or anything like that or any kind of special hops or anything like that's going to fade. So if you decide to pick up some of these, have one now. Have one a year or 2 down the road. Maybe 5 years, maybe even 10 years down the road if you pick up a 4-pack. So, very pricey beer. You might pay $40 for 4 of these, or close to it. But, impressive beer, no doubt. Finger of head, pitch black, over to the light, there is none. It is black, 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 dark as night. Let's get a nose on it. Rich roasted malt. Hints of the bourbon barrel aging. Hints of vanilla in there. Little woodiness. Bittersweet chocolate. Dark fruit. Plums, dates, raisins, figs. maybe a little bit of licorice in there, and hints of tobacco. Wonderful smelling beer. Awesome smelling beer. I would consider this a special occasion beer. I probably won't drink the other one unless I'm sharing with somebody, friends or family or somebody. Wow. Oh yeah, final beer of the evening for me. So let's dive in, jump in. Cheers, Rico. Cheers, Donovan. Cheers, everybody. Wow, that is delicious. That is freaking off the chain delicious. A lot of these guys that do these bourbon barrel aged beers, they'll put them in a bottle. A lot of times they'll be even in a bomb or a 22 ounce or a 750. But they can charge a little bit more. And they are going to be. I'm getting hints of coconut too. Wow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. This will go very well with a Maduro wrapped cigar. And the bourbon is not overpowering it. It's there. You know it's there. 12.9% ABV, almost 13%. Wow. That's delicious. That is. Did I say it's delicious? That is freaking delicious. Alright, it's right out of the fridge. We have to let this warm up. We'll have to let it come up to room temperature. So I'm going to step out, fire up that Maduro wrap cigar and sip on it for a little bit. And what's left in the can here, we're going to pour her a glass, and I know she's going to love this. So we'll be back in just a second, and we'll tell you what the final chug and grade is going to be on it. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Awesome beer. Outstanding beer. World class beer. I've never put my lips to the 1050 barrel aged version. I've had plenty of opportunities to have the 1050, and I may have reviewed this down the road. I'm not sure if I have or not. It's a great beer. It's a pricey beer. Even just the regular version of this in a 4-pack is a pricey beer to buy. But the barrel aged version of this and the monster 19.2 fluid ounces, a great beer. It is a great beer. It's not something you'd want to buy and chug off 4 of them at one time. If you do, you're going to be a drunk son of a bitch. And you'd be a fool to do that. This is a great beer to share with friends or family or whatever, or special occasions. This is not something you'd want to drink daily. It is not. It is a high dollar beer. It is a very well made beer. It's a very tasty beer, but it is an expensive beer. Glad I got my hands on 2 of these, since Rico sent me one, and Donovan, I got one from Donovan and the guys up there at Serval Liquors. Like I said, if you want to purchase this and you haven't seen it in your area and your state allows them to send beers to your state, a lot of states are different, and they don't allow a lot of these beers, especially if they have limits on the alcohol content and stuff. But if they do, you can place your order with Donovan and the guys out there and get some of this sent to your state if it allows a beer of this magnitude to be shipped there. It's a great beer, guys. It is, especially if you're into the barrel-aged versions of the Imperial Stouts. Awesome beer. Awesome beer. It's a 10 beer to me, as far as I'm concerned. The other half loved it, and I think it's exceptional. It is outstanding. Great bourbon notes. I don't drink bourbon anymore because it makes me ugly and mean and want to fight and shoot everybody that's in sight. So I switched over to beers a long time ago. So this is the only kind of bourbon that I get anymore, is something that's been aged in a bourbon barrel. Final chug. I'm not going to leave any of this. Awesome lacing is left on the glass. Very, very well made beer. Like I said, I'm not sure whether they do this only in Colorado or if the brewery in North Carolina does it also. I'm not actually sure, but it is delicious. Definitely worth picking up, and then I would buy this beer if I could get my hands on it. Not seen it here. Martin and the guys out there at Barrel Chest may have this beer, or they may have had it and it disappeared. I hadn't been out there in quite a while. Great beer though, guys. Very, very tasty. Definitely one worth picking up if you like this style of beer. If you're drinking Coors or Miller or Budweiser, I would say this would probably knock your head face down in the dirt if you're not used to drinking this style of beer. It is an awesome beer though. It is very, very tasty. 10 for me, guys. 100. That's my rating on this one. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 98, world class. No doubt about that. And over to Rate Beer, Rate Beer has it at 100 overall. Imagine that. Me too. And 98 in the style. So for our final check-in, we run over to Untapped, and Untapped has it at 4.44. Almost the biggest numbers I've ever seen from those guys over there. So definitely a 10 beer from those guys too. So 19.2 fluid ounces, almost the bomber size, at 22 ounces. A very nice beer. In a can, and no light can get to it. That's a mini keg right there, guys. Yeah, there's no way any light can get to it. It's just like drinking this on tap somewhere. Absolutely no light. But of course, being an Imperial Stout, it's not like an IPA or a double IPA. If any light gets to it, it's going to start skunking it up. This is not going to skunk up. It is a very tasty beer. So, final comments on this, guys. It's outstanding. It's world class. We got the ABV. We got the date on the bottom of the can. Oskar Blues knows how to make some great beers. I'm glad I finally got my hand on a barrel-aged version of this. The 1050 version of this is exceptionally well-made beer. So if you can't get the barrel-aged version of this, give it a try on just the regular version of this. It's not quite to the 12%. I think it's like 10 something as far as the ABV goes. So if you've had that, or if you haven't, give that version a try. And if you can get your hands on the barrel-aged version of it, that's a special beer. That is a very special beer. And I'm glad I got my hands on it. It's very, very tasty. Alright, guys, we're going to wrap it up with that. If you've had this one, yeah, I think it's a world class. It's a 10 beer in my ratings. So if you had it, let me know what you think. And it's about time for some dinner. Let's go have some dinner. If you've had it, let me know what you think. And come on back tomorrow. Let's go see what's in the fridge. See everybody then.